I grew up surfing in Venice. Caught my first waves when I was 2 years old. I grew up in an age where like the air reverse and like the 360s were like really starting to like blow up. And the waves in Venice aren't very long, so it's kind of like race down the line and do whatever you can. I mean, it was a cool experience being that young and being surrounded by those like legends of Venice, like Scott Anderson. I was in there sweeping the shop up when I was 10, 11 years old in the summers, like just hanging out with Skip Engblom. Just Skip in there every day talking shit like he always does. But I just knew I wanted to surf Mavericks one day. I had like a weird little obsession with it. And then once I started surfing big waves, that's all I wanted to do. It's like a mix between a gladiator pit and like a love, like a deep love, like with like a woman. I don't know, it's a weird feeling. It's like, damn, this thing could change my life, like for the positive or the negative at any moment.
I used to walk out here every single goddamn day, even whether I was surfing or not, just to check the waves. Even if I knew it's flat, cause surfing line, y'all niggas be lying, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all niggas be saying it's flat out here, sometimes it be 2 to 3 fun. I'm gonna be real, let me be real. Tried it for the first time around when I was like 9. Surfing was just like so unreal to me at that point, especially like me as like, you know, African American, a minority, caught on to it early. Now we have hella black people surfing now. You feel me? Not saying I started that shit. You feel me? Nick Gabaldon was the first person that started that shit. Let's be real. But yeah, we have hella people doing it right now, and I'm more than proud of it.
Who gon' watch the sunrise with me? Who gon' catch the next wave?
Like my nigga Julian Williams is one of them niggas out here. You feel me? And I think he's next up.
I always wanted to be a surfer, and I jumped in the water, bro. It changed my life. Like, it was undeniable, the best decision I ever made.
Early morning off the grind and keep the weed blowing. Don't see opponents, all I need is the peace. Research what I speak, you can do it, it's free. Focus on your needs, cause your wants is a tease. When you lost,
I'm Calvin Love, musician, father, cyclist, and surfer.
I'm surfing till the sun goes down, and when it comes up, I'm living it up. Unlimited love is what I
My birth name is Corday Broadus. Yeah, basically, my dad is Snoop Dogg. I love surfing. The best way I can describe the feeling, the flow, is like I'm in the studio and I'm listening to beats and I'm trying to figure out what to say. It's almost like I'm channeling something. And it's the same when I'm in the water. I'm just looking at the waves, trying to figure out what's going on. Appreciate how the surfing culture, this city has embraced me. Bagel, a dope old school photographer from the Z-Boy era. What Bagel did is, after he's seen, oh, you like to surf? This is the guy you need to know. I've been put with people with so much knowledge and information and so much love for surfing. There's too many people to name. Life's been good, you know? I love Venice.
Venice, this is just sort of different. Just the whole kind of mentality around here as a whole. Everyone's like, oh, it's like a gang-like mentality. It's like, I don't know, man. I see it more as just a Venice mentality. It's like us against the world, and we're very protective of our place because of how people always wanted to expose it, but then would shit on it. You know, they would talk shit about us as people, but they liked the place. And it's like, but we are this place. Like all my shots at Jay, they mean something to me more on a personal level. All the shots that friends of mine and I have taken around here of Jay, I see them all sort of in that way. Like, they're definitely not your run-of-the-mill, oh, Jay Adams skating like in the Valley or fucking, you know, San Diego somewhere. It's like here, it's just different, especially when it was us taking photos of them.
Yeah, willing to die for what I'm living for. And if you didn't get it, go and live.
Jay Adams, man, he always told me to stay out of trouble. I was in the most trouble in my life at that time, but I had guys like him around. And he was always solid, you know. Yeah, he was he ripped. He was a good skater. He was a good surfer. But more than that, he was like my brother.
My dad, to me, man, everyone's legend, everyone's hero. He's my best friend, man. He was my biggest hero growing up.
I'm a legend.
But now, I mean, I've found myself in the best position in the world, you guys. I live across the street on the Cam Highway, North Shore, from fucking V-Land, you guys. It just don't get much better than that. But Venice is my second family. Fuck, man, I've never felt more love than when I walk in the streets of Venice. It's so sick. This is definitely one of the most entertaining places in the world, bro. You can just watch the madhouse and then go run down to the pier, like breakwater, and go surf.
We're from Venice, where culture is made. So many people with so many ideas, and it's so inspiring. It's like, what is unique about this place, you know? Like, what has this place created, and what does this place develop, you know?
My dad is a surfer, and so I grew up here in Venice. I'm a shoe designer, airbrush artist, muralist. I started my clothing brand called Graveyard Garage. It's very inspirational living here. Being close to the graffiti walls and seeing how people express themselves, it's like, get me so stoked to go and create.
It brings people from so many different backgrounds together. I'm still only 19 years old, but I'm already starting to feel it. Finding my voice. I guess you have to find your voice by doing things.
My name is Isaiah Help. I'm from Compton, California. But I started performing here at Venice Beach when I was 12. Coming here was my escape route. I didn't have a childhood, you know, and that's one thing that kills me at night. So skateboarding literally changed my life. Ain't no telling where I would have been without skating. Now I teach a lot of kids to skate. And if you guide them right, then they're gonna pass it on. Simple as that.
Venice, just in general, it's a magical land, and from the beginning of time with Venice, it's always been about community. If you're doing anything creative or artistic or athletic, like they're with you. It's how Girl Swirl started, and then this whole different reality happened.
You will notice there's no I in Girl Swirl. We wanted to drop the I because we're a team and it's about the collective experience. We've just been spreading our mission of getting more people on board and following our passion.
Envision things in your own way and just do something different, you know, like do something that nobody has seen or done before. That's what it means to be from Venice.
I was in Portugal. Joe came. So it was kind of going around that like this kid swam Nazaré, and I was like, yo, I know this kid, like that's my boy, like, and everyone was talking about like, like, what are you, nuts? Like,
I want to revolutionize water cinematography. but I'm not gonna do it by shooting where everyone else is gonna shoot. You know, I'm gonna do it swimming these crazy places. Venice, like, it just generates that warrior ambition. So yeah, when people ask me where I'm from, I tell them I'm from Venice Beach.
In Venice, it really taught me how to be a surfer in every sense of the word. The sort of respect to the elders, to the people who came before you, to the space, you know. But it's also like, doesn't fucking matter. Like it's good, you can just be yourself. In Venice, no one longboards. And if you do, you're a fucking kook. But it's something that I sort of discovered myself, especially the longboarding that I like to do.
Still could if he wanted to have a world title in longboarding. The problem is he doesn't give a fuck. So I think that's why he hasn't done it. And I think that's pretty cool. Like, he doesn't measure himself based on what other people are doing.
Got the touch, really say I got the touch. Got the touch, really say you got that too. Got the touch, really say I got the touch. Got the touch, really say you got that, you got that.
When I came to Venice, it was almost like, it was like everything I loved in one place. With surfing, skating. And there's a history of the B-boys on the boardwalk since the early 80s.
We got the fire burning every single night.
When someone tells you, yo, David, like, you inspired me to dance, like, I started dancing when I saw you in Step Up. What happens is I then get inspired that I inspired you, and it keeps going, because sometimes I forget. Inspiration's a cycle. Beck surfing Mavs, like Joe too. Noah Hill, come on, like.
You know, my connection with Venice made me the surfer I am, because without all of those people guiding me, I wouldn't have been able to foster the talent that I had. You know, doing the Pro Junior and then doing the QS, you know, trying to get on the Challenger Series and making the tour. The pressure of that, like the financial pressure, I think that insinuated that I had to make this big jump at such a young age. I had all these crazy injuries and a lot of really hard times. But as I've gotten older and I don't compete anymore, I feel like my journey lately has just been figuring out how I can give back to the world around me. All we really have in this life is connection with people. So I want to leave a positive mark.